Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to be learning about the Kentucky Derby. The Kentucky Derby is the most famous horse race in the world. The race takes place the first Saturday in May at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. Many famous people, politicians, and people from all around the world visit Kentucky for the Kentucky Derby. The race. The horses race for 1 1/4 miles, which takes about 2 minutes. The Kentucky Derby is sometimes called the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. All horses that run the Derby are 3-year-old horses. Each colt, a young male horse, must carry 126 pounds. Each filly, a young female horse, must carry 121 pounds. Kentucky Derby history. In 1872, Colonel Meriwether Lewis Clark, Jr., grandson of the famous explorer William Clark, traveled to England and saw the famous Epsom Derby for 3-year-old colts and fillies. When he returned to Louisville, he made plans to create a race just like the Epsom Derby. The race would have only the best Kentucky-bred horses and would be called the Kentucky Derby. He built a racetrack, later known as Churchill Downs, on land he leased from his uncles, John and Henry Churchill. 15 horses were chosen to run in the race. A large crowd of 10,000 made their way to the new racetrack, and the purse for the first Kentucky Derby was $2,850,000. The first Kentucky Derby was held on May 17, 1875, and was won by Aristides. Oliver Lewis, a black jockey, was the rider. Admission to the first Derby was only 50 cents. Jockeys. Each jockey weighs around 110 pounds. Their equipment includes a saddle, whip, boots, safety helmet, goggles, and silks. Each owner has a special silk design. Jockey silks. Run for the Roses. The winning horse of the Kentucky Derby receives a garland of red roses and a solid gold trophy worth $100,000. Trophy. Since 1975, the trophy has been created by the New England Sterling, located in North Attleboro, Massachusetts. The trophy, which is topped by an 18-karat gold horse and rider, includes horseshoe-shaped handles, is 22 inches tall, and weighs 56 ounces, excluding its jade base. The entire trophy is handcrafted with the exception of the horse and rider that are both cast from a mold. The Garland of Roses. Florists from Kroger work on the garland of roses on Derby Eve. The public is invited to watch. Each year, a garland of 554 roses is sewn into a green satin backing with the seal of the Commonwealth on one end and the twin spires and number of the running on the other. Each garland is also adorned with a crown of roses, green fern, and ribbon. The crown, a single rose pointing upward in the center of the garland, symbolizes the struggle and heart necessary to reach the winner's circle. Derby hats and fashion. More hats. And even crazier hats. Derby Festival. Thunder over Louisville is a fireworks display over the Ohio River that begins in the Kentucky Derby Festival. Many activities are planned for the 2 weeks prior to the Kentucky Derby. Many are races, too. The Great Balloon Race. The hot air balloon race starts at the Kentucky State Fairgrounds in Louisville. Balloons fly to a spot and drop a sack of bluegrass seed on a target. The closest one wins the race. Balloon Glow. People can go to the fairgrounds and see the balloons lit up the night before the race. The Mini and Full Marathon. The Mini Marathon is a 13.1 or 26.2 mile race held the Saturday before the Derby. The Great Steamboat Race. The Belle of Louisville and the Belle of Cincinnati race up and down the Ohio River. The crews of each boat also compete in other events. The winner of the steamboat race wins silver-plated antlers. The Pegasus Parade. In 1956, the Pegasus Parade was the first event held by the Kentucky Derby Festival. The parade is full of bright and colorful floats. In addition, there are bands, beautiful horses, giant inflatable balloons, clowns, and celebrities joining the parade. The Pegasus Parade. Ramble for the Roses. Some people participate in the Ramble for the Roses, which is a non-competitive 5-mile walk. Kentucky Oaks. On the day before the Derby, the Kentucky Oaks race is held at Churchill Downs. The race is only for fillies, girl horses. The winner of the Kentucky Oaks wins a garland of lilies instead of roses. The 141st Derby is on May 2nd, 2015. Tickets for Millionaire's Row start from $4,150 to $6,000. Sorry, $6 million. Tickets for Grandstand are $375 to $1 million. And infield tickets are $55 to $395. Derby costs and winnings. The entry fee for the Kentucky Derby is $25,000, and there is another $25,000 fee if the horse enters the starting gate. Churchill Downs currently guarantees a purse of $2 million, with the winner receiving at least $1,240,000. The owner receives the Gold Derby Trophy, currently valued at $95,000, which is the only gold trophy presented in major American sports today. The 2014 Kentucky Derby winner was California Chrome. Who will win the Garland of Roses this year? Will it be Frosted, Firing Line, Dortmund? Or will it be American Pharoah or Carpe Diem? Or could the winner be Made from Lucky or It's a Knockout? Or what about Ocho Ocho Ocho? Who do you think will win?